So welcome guys, it's been a while since I've done a snapshot video. Due to the release of 1.4 we're looking at a new version of Minecraft coming this week. So this is the pre-release made for all of the modders and texture pack makers so that they can get everything out on the same day in theory. Being a new snapshot, I've generated a redstone world because today I want to have a look at a few of the new redstone creations which I've seen popping up using the locking repeaters. So it's going to be a bit of a collection of new T-flops, so flip-flops. So here we are in my new, I've taken over this seed that I've used had a temple right next to it, so I've used the temple as my home. And see the new trapdoors are nice and flush, that'll be nice. I've built the beacon into the roof just so I can get, I think I've got speed on at the moment. Yeah, which has got a 40 block radius. So moving on, let's go and have a look around. Oh, I noticed something. See this here? I think that's to do with the way that the stairs now behave. So the template probably needs updating for this structure, but I'm sure they know about that. So anyway, let's have a look at the first design that I found. This is by Silent Shock 42, and this is a 1.4T flip-flop. So as you can see here, I'm just going to look from this side, and now go for the other side. Get down and low, see there's nothing there, just a button. Okay, and finally from the opposite side, as you can see this repeater here is set to that timing. Okay, that's crucial, it won't work otherwise. So we hit the button and the light comes and it's not working. What's going on here? I swear it was 2 ticks. There we go. Probably need adjusting, but you know. There we go. I think I might have got the timing set up slightly wrong, but I know it's wired exactly the same. So it works anyway. And it is a very small footprint. Okay, so that was the first one I found using a locking repeater to make a T flip-flop. No pistons. That's just a hidden button tutorial. It's unrelated. You've probably seen this before. You shoot the arrow. I'll do it just quickly because it's there. You shoot the arrow here and it turns on the circuit, whatever you wanted it to do. Anyway, moving on. Here we have the T flip-flop by Black Spirit. Okay, and if I look here, we've got a 2-tick repeater there, and all the others are set to the standard setting. So just look at it from above. Okay, right, and the torches go here, and whoops, I'm going to break it here. There you go. Nice. I like this one because it's very small. It's only 1 high, and as you can see, it just comes on, or it just goes off. One of the things I've noticed with a lot of these is they tend to be a bit glitchy. So like this one here, I mean, it might have been me putting the settings wrong. I mean, I'll try it on, put it on 0. Yeah, but that's like, you can see it, that's going to lag like hell, so. Yeah, it's got to be on that setting. It sort of flicks. But anyway, it's cool. They both work. So yeah, that there is very, very small and simple. probably one of the smallest ones I have seen, because in fairness, this is an input block, and that could just be redstone, and this is your output, so you know, it's actually smaller than it looks. Moving on. Okay, so this one here is the 1.4 T flip-flop by Kedra84, and I hope I said that right. It might have been Kydra. Kydra? Anyway, this is nice, real nice. So it's nice and small. It's obviously using a loop. Okay, so here we go. Nice. Nice. So let's look at it from this side. You can see there are 4 torches visible there. Okay. And you can see the timing here. Okay, coming around this side, nothing else around here. Don't forget that redstone, so just there. So I think as long as you set everything up exactly like this. Okay, we'll have a look at it from the other side. Sorry, from the back. Wow, that's a pretty good view. I think you can see everything involved there. As long as you make sure you get that torch. Okay, and again, T flip-flop. Okay, next we have the 1.4 T flip-flop by Seth Bling. So this is really small. You can see here it's actually what, 3 by 3, but only one high. So in he goes. Well, I suppose it's about 4 really. And this one again suffers from the sort of off. It goes on, off, on, and then off, on, off. Well, yeah, which is a bit weird, but it works, and it's really small. And this guy comes up with some really nice designs. So I'm guessing that'll get used because it's so simple, low cost. Anyway, moving on. 1.4D flip-flop by DBT0210. These are all YouTube usernames, so you can go and check them out. Right, so here it is. We've got a block here with a button, a redstone lamp, 2 repeaters, one facing forwards, and then a switch, and obviously I've just got a piston there for example. So what happens here is when we push this button, that puts the input, it enters the input of this switch. So if I have this to on, which it is now, I'm just turning it on again. If I turn this off, it won't do anything because it's locked. So if I set the position and then activate, so it's almost like you put the command in, and then you actually set that command. So this could be flicked as many times, and this could be, so you know, flick, flick. So D flip-flop. I think this is actually a lot easier to wire up than the T. The T-flop designs seem a bit complicated, and it always involves some kind of clock. So if you get the timing wrong, then they can mess up quite, you know, they just mess up. Anyway, moving on. 1.4D flip-flop by Skyliner W. So here we have a few blocks underneath. One there, we've got a lamp here. That's powering the repeater into the side. So this is just a very small, much more compact than the last one, but, well, is it really? Let's have a look. Upon closer inspection, it is identical, Captain. Just the switch is in a slightly different position. I suppose, yeah, it's very similar. Flick the switch, push the button, off it goes. Push the button again, it does nothing. Flick the switch, push the button. You have to do it in that order. Right, D flip-flop. So back to T flip-flops, and we've got one here by Pearl Power. This one's quite cool. You can ignore the fact that there's a torch here, because that's just so that it makes it light up when the piston pushes the lamp up there. But did I really show how this is made? I'm just going to quickly go back. So from this side, and from this side, I think you can. This is really simple, guys. So just pause it and have a look. No timing differences there. all on this one. So these are quite, I like these because they're nice and easy. They don't need any fancy timing going on. Right, on we have this T flip-flop. So you create a sort of cross, but minus the block that would be in there. And you put a redstone torch on top, a button, redstone dust, and then a repeater set to this many ticks. Okay. I just put buttons on all the sides, doesn't really matter. Okay. Then we have a repeater going off of this section into here. The full description on how this works is actually on Pearl Power's channel. I recommend going and seeing all these guys' videos. So, what's happening here is it's coming in and we're actually going to get one or the other, which is nice. So, there we go. It powers one side, powers the other side. Okay. So it's actually switching the input to the other side and then locking it. Awesome. Moving on. This is another T flip-flop by Pearl Power. I'm going to have a look at it from this side. This many ticks. Okay. Get it from above. And now we'll come around this side. Okay, this many ticks. Make sure your repeaters are facing the right direction and they are using the right timing. Through we go, and there you have the results. So if we were to actually push the button on this, there you have it. Can you hear the click? Right. Okay. So this one is a T flip-flop by Shylex CZ, or Chilex CZ. Input here can be any form of input. Now this is a bit more complicated, but it's very fast. So, what we do, let's see, where should we picture it from first? This is really complicated. So, starting from the, is that the angle I saw it from? Yeah, that's the best angle, I think. So you can see the pattern of the cotton blocks. What we have there is the repeater facing this way with that many ticks. Okay. And we have a repeater facing this way on top with that many ticks. So if I face it from above, okay. And we'll take it from this side now to make sure we get to see all the angles. And then from this side, and from this side, and that's good. So hit the button, boom, hit the button. Oh, it was warming, it was still cooling down. I've noticed some of these have a cooldown. There we go. So it's quick on input. So when you hit it, there you go. Very nice. Here we have a 3-digit lock, 321 by Woot Gang Gaming. For some reason it's still open. Can we not? There we go. It's 321. And the way that's achieved, that comes out the back of that button. There's a torch on the side of the block with that button. There's a torch on the side of the block with that button. This is set with a long delay and a long delay. Okay, and these are set to quick. This one is locked and they come through. I mean, you should just build this and have a look because I don't fully understand exactly why one is 3, one is 2, one is 1. I think it's something to do with the timing here, but there you go. Ignore this to the door. I only put it there to demonstrate to other people. So 3, 2, 1, bang. And you're in. So to close it again, 3, 2, 1. And it won't work. Any other combination won't do anything. So that's really cool. So check out Woot Gang Gaming for that one. Still got a couple more to do. So this one is the Roffle Flop 1.3. This just caught my eye. Okay, this isn't a 1.4. I just thought this is cool. I've been looking at all these flip-flop switches, and this is the ruffle flop. So as you can see, it drops down, and then it pushes itself back up again. There's your output. Here's your input face. So just think that mechanic's quite interesting, how the two sticky pistons go together. But yeah, you definitely want to check out Cube Hamster's channel, see some of his videos there. This one is also by Cube Hamster. This is a stackable redstoneless one wide T flip flop. It's actually using a double flip, I guess, but your input is here and then your output is here. And obviously, because there's no redstone, if you can see, there's no redstone being used here, you can actually put these right next to each other without any crossover. So, see it in action, shall we? That's on, and that's off. Now you can see the big thing about the pistons, I think they're visually quite cool to see when they work, but they are quite slow by comparison to these new locking ones that have come. Over here I've got something which I found by Even Steven 1. Basically what this does is when you come into, I've slightly modified this because, to be honest, you had to push a button on the side, and although you could teleport a player using command blocks to a pressure pad that would spawn them, so before they actually entered the room, the XP orbs, which is how it's used to trigger this pressure plate, which triggers this lamp, which I've just used to open a door. But you know, it's XP orbs, don't go through the glass, but they do follow the player and they trigger this pressure plate. So what happens here is we come into the room, it opens the door, the second panel actually closes it behind us and launches a bottle of enchanting. So now we've got some XP here. If we walk over the panel, I took too long. This is something I've noticed, but it'll detect me here, I think. There we go, see, and it's opened the door because it's dragged it down again. I was stood over it for too long and the XP orbs went up and depowered the panel. If you were just, I stopped, you see. If I went through here and just kept walking, and then it will let me through. So, but obviously it could be used as an edge detector. So from down here, for example, it will still trigger until I go above, and then it will stop. So sort of, it's got a short range though. There we go. Right, and then the last thing I saw, and I'm not going to go through how this works, but George LZ1 or George Ilzy1 has made a compact 3x3 door, which is in 1.32, and it has 7.2 footprint. I've put this horrible cotton thing over the top of it. So for the full build on how to make this, you really want to go and check out his video. It's only 1 minute and 30 long, so you sort of build it along with him. So it's nice, you know, it only took me a few minutes to make this based on his video. So go and check that out. And here it is in action. Very nice. Excellent. And for anyone who knows what they're on about, that should give you an idea of what's going on. Obviously there's 2 layers to it, but it is literally 2 wide and only 7, and it doesn't actually go down that far. Most of the 1 wide ones I've seen are huge, they go right down into the floor, so this is quite interesting. But anyway, it was very quick to build, put it that way, very quick to build. Right, so with that I'm going to end the video, and thanks for watching, and hopefully the next video should have some more interesting things. I mean, I like doing this redstone showcase. I mean, if I give people the usernames, then you know they can just go straight back to that channel and check it out exactly with more detail and explanation than what I could give. So till next time, I hope you enjoy 1.4 once it finally comes to us, and I shall see you soon.